Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. In the triangle above, the sine of angle BAC is 0.6 and the area of triangle ABC is 216. What is the length of the line segment BC? Okay, using the given information, we have to get the length of the side of the triangle BC over here. Okay, let's consider the angle BAC over here, that is BAC. So this is the angle defined by this one, that is angle BAC. And when I consider the interior angle over here, the side which is opposite to this angle is called opposite side, and BA is the side opposite to the right angle. Then the name of the side BA of this triangle is hypotenuse, and the name of this side of the triangle is adjacent side. Okay, now let me consider this particular piece of information. That is the value of the trigonometric ratio sine of this interior angle, that is angle BAC equals to 0.6. Okay, here we can write this value 0.6 as a fraction, that is 6 over 10. And here 2 goes into 6 3 times and 2 goes into 10 5 times. We get 3 over 5. According to Secato, the formula for the trigonometric ratio sine is opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Okay, here in this fraction, the numerator 3 is corresponding to opposite side and the denominator 5 is corresponding to hypotenuse. Okay, from these two numbers 3 and 5, if I want to get the actual length of the opposite side and actual length of hypotenuse, I have to multiply these two numbers by the same non-zero number, say x. Okay, when I multiply this 3 by x, I am getting 3x. 3x is the actual length of the opposite side. When I multiply this 5 by x, I am getting 5x. 5x is the actual length of the hypotenuse. Okay, now let me mark it on the triangle over here. The length of the hypotenuse is 5x, that is the length of the side AB. And we know that BC is opposite side, which is opposite to this interior angle. And the length of this opposite side is 3x. Actually, this is a 3, 4, 5 right triangle over here, because the length of this leg BC is 3x, the length of the hypotenuse is 5x, and the length of the remaining leg AC has to be 4x because of the triangle is a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. Okay, now let's consider this particular piece of information. That is the area of this triangle ABC is given, that is 216. Okay, now let me write the stuff over here. Area of triangle ABC, that is equal to 216. And we have the formula to get area of a triangle, that is a base multiplied by height divided by 2, so equals to 216. Okay, here in this right triangle over here, apart from the hypotenuse, in the remaining two legs BC and AC, we can consider one of the legs as base and other leg as a height. Usually consider this AC as the base of the triangle and this BC as the height of the triangle. Okay, for this base B over here, we can plug in this 4x, because this 4x is the length of the side AC, that is the base of the triangle. So 4x times, for height we can plug in this 3x. Let me plug in over here, divided by 2 equals to 216. Okay, here 2 goes into 2 1 times and 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times is 6, x times x is x square. That is 6x square we get on the left side. On the right side we get 216. Okay, now let me divide both sides of this equation by 6, and this 6 will cancel out. I am getting x square equals to, when I divide 216 by 6, I am getting 36. Okay, here to get the square over here, we have to take square root on both sides. When you take square root on both sides, the square root and square will cancel out. And when we take square root on both sides of an equation, usually we consider positive or negative sign for the square root which contains number inside. But here we cannot consider negative sign for this square root, because if I consider negative sign for this square root, then the value of x will be negative. When the value of x is negative, then this 4x will become negative. That is the length of the side AC will become negative. And also this 3x also will become negative. Then the length of this side also will become negative. But the length of the side of a triangle can never be a negative value. So we don't have to consider negative sign for this one. That is, we don't have to consider positive or negative sign for this one. We can consider only positive sign. So then we get x on the left side. The square root of 36 is just 6. Okay, our aim is to get the length of the line segment BC, I mean the side of the triangle BC over here. Already we got the length of the side BC of the triangle in terms of x, that is 3x. Now, to get the actual length, what we have to do is we have to plug in this value 6 for x over here. When I do so, 3 times 6, that is equal to 18. Okay, here I got the length of the line segment BC, so that is 18 units.